Long ago, there was a strange man. Every day, while his wife was weaving cloth, he would crawl under the loom and stare intensely at her tiny bound feet from below. Though puzzled by his bizarre habit, the wife said nothing and continued weaving. As the shuttle darted back and forth above him, the man lay still for months, not blinking, not moving. Through sheer will and persistence, he trained himself not to blink at all, even when dust blew into his eyes or even while sleeping. Eventually, he could keep his eyes open for an entire day at night without flinching. This man was named Ji Chang, a villager in Handan with the ambition to become the greatest archer in the world. All that strange training at home was to prepare himself to become a student of Fei Wei, the top archer in Handan, famous for hitting a red-dyed willow leaf from 100 paces away. But when Ji Chang approached Fei Wei to become a student, the master dismissed him as too weak and unqualified. To demonstrate the level required, Fei Wei plucked a sesame seed from a bun, painted it with a brush, and handed it to Ji Chang. Ji Chang squinted and strained but saw nothing. Then, Fei Wei focused his eyes and suddenly, the sesame seed appeared to enlarge, thousands of times over. "This," he said, "is the ability to see the micro in the macro. Only when you can do this will you be worthy of my teaching." Stunned, Ji Chang returned home determined to train his vision. On the road back, he saw a beggar scratching himself and got an idea. He bought a male louse from the beggar and tied it to a single strand of hair from his wife. He then hung the louse from the window and stood 10 meters away, staring at it every day without blinking. At first, the louse looked like a speck, but after 2.5 years of intense focus, the insect began to appear larger in Ji Chang's size, eventually growing to the size of a fist in his vision, its tiny leg hairs visible in crisp detail. To test himself, he hung the louse on a tree in his courtyard and fired an arrow at it from afar, striking it squarely in the heart. With this success, Ji Chang returned to Fei Wei and was finally accepted as a disciple. Fei Wei taught him all his secrets, and Ji Chang learned it rapidly, soon surpassing his master. Eager to claim the title of Handan's top archer, Ji Chang challenged Fei Wei to a duel. The battle was fierce, with arrows colliding midair, but soon, Fei Wei began using one arrow per exchange while Ji Chang used none. His vision and accuracy had far surpassed his teachers. In the final exchange, Ji Chang hit Fei Wei directly. Even though Fei Wei tried to use his sword to inspire compassion in his former student, Ji Chang remained focused only on victory. As Fei Wei lay defeated, Ji Chang asked if he was now the best archer in the world. Fei Wei replied, "You may be the best in Handan, but if you want to be the best under heaven, you must defeat Gan Yin, the old archer who lives atop Mount Mi." Without hesitation, Ji Chang journeyed 3 days and nights and found Gan Yin on the mountaintop. After explaining his purpose, he stepped outside to compete. A flock of wild geese flew by. Ji Chang drew and loosed 2 arrows, bringing down 2 birds with one shot. Gan Yin smiled gently and said, "That is merely the archery of archery. I use the non-archery of archery." He then led Ji Chang to a cliff with loose, shaky rocks. Despite the wind and danger, Gan Yin leapt onto a precarious stone and invited Ji Chang to shoot from there. Ji Chang trembled with fear, barely able to stay standing. Gan Yin laughed, danced upon the stone, and then raised empty hands. "True mastery needs no bow," he said. With emotion, a bird from the sky dropped as if shot. Ji Chang was dumbfounded. For the first time, he realized how deep the art of archery truly was. He knelt and asked to be accepted as Gan Yin's disciple. For 10 years, Ji Chang studied atop Mount Mi, learning not just technique, but also the wisdom of letting go. After Gan Yin passed away, Ji Chang inherited his mantle and the title of the greatest archer in the world. And yes, back at home, after all